Well, with baseball's postseason here, we thought we'd give you a treat and give you a look at one of the favorite World Series programs of mine. This is the 1936 Giants Yankees World Series program. Cost a quarter back in the day, had the Buffalo nickel on the front. This kind of straddles the era between the Ruth Gehrig Yankees and the DiMaggio Yankees, and that's why it's one of my favorites. This is the fourth time that the Yankees and the Giants got together to play in the World Series. It wasn't much of a series, but there you get a look at Lou Gehrig in the program, who was obviously getting kind of toward the end of his career, still a great player at the time. And there's the young Joe DiMaggio, but obviously some great names, Lazzeri, Crosetti, Red Rolfe, and some terrific players on the other side too, led by Carl Hubbell, who pitched a great game in Game 1 of the series, and the Giants were feeling pretty good, but then they wound up obviously getting beat in the next 4 games, and that was pretty much the end of that. There's Hubbell and Bill Terry, the manager of the Giants. World Series programs really one of the really inexpensive and unique parts of this hobby. I think they're really underrated. As you get a look at Kennesaw Mountain Landis, William Harridge, and Ford Frick, the brain trust of baseball at the time. Some great ads in here. You see the one for the Camels, and there's the Ford engine, Ford V8 engine. Not a tremendous amount of content in these old programs, but there is some, as you get a look at Jacob Rupert and Ed Barrow, Yankees Brain Trust. You know, they're really relatively inexpensive. This is a nice program. It's certainly not the best condition program, but it's intact, and it's in pretty good shape. And, you know, you can pick these up on eBay for a few $100. And that is a tremendous value when you think about how many of these actually survived over the years. I think if you are looking to get into this sports collecting hobby, or just want a neat old souvenir from the past, if you're really not that much of a collector, you can't go wrong with the World Series program. They're just a great value. They're fun to look at, and you learn a lot about baseball history and the way the game was back then, how they wrote about the game, who the people were at the time who were making a lot of the headlines in baseball, and what the writers were thinking about at the time when they wrote up some of these stories. The winning team, by the way, as they showed you the receipts and how much the winning share and losing share was, in 1935, the winners got $6,500, the losers got $4,200 per player. Obviously, with inflation, it's changed, but kind of a cool stat. And again, some of the great old ads and a Lucky Strike ad on the back. So there you go. Look at the 1936 World Series program, Giants and Yankees.